I've been kind of busy with things on YouTube and also my personal life, but you gotta take some time out to talk about E3 because this year was definitely something to talk about. Whether it's how good the companies did, how bad the companies did, and trust me, there's something that everybody knows after this E3, or how good the games were, how bad the games were, how much you're looking forward to a system. It was just an amazing E3, and I am very happy with it, no matter what happened, and I really hope that a lot of you people out there that may have been fanboys of, I don't know, I'm just going to say Xbox, weren't really disappointed, because, yeah, something really big just happened, and Xbox is not looking too hot right now. So to start things off, I'm going to talk about Xbox, because, well, it's the thing that everybody's talking about after E3 is finally over. I'm not even sure if it's over. I just think that, you know, Microsoft, then Sony and Nintendo have gotten everything out of the way, so nobody really cares about whatever else is coming out. There's just games from third-party developers, maybe even Ubisoft will give some sort of a thing, EA, you know, that sort of thing. So after these three companies went head-to-head and displayed all their systems, the Wii U, PS4, and Xbox One, I have to say that PlayStation won it all. But I have to get to that later, because right now I do want to get into Xbox's conference and talk about what they had to say. So Xbox this year was entirely a joke. Everybody didn't like what they were saying. Everybody kept saying these rumors about what Xbox did, what Microsoft did. It's been a joke ever since that last press conference where they revealed it and didn't talk at all about the games. Now it's a joke because of other reasons that involve the games, and that's just, how do you do that? So the first big thing that they announced was the price point of the system, and that's $500. That is $500. I don't care if you live in America or if you live in Europe, that's still a lot of money for whoever is going to buy the system. Now, relatively, you might say, okay, well, what about the other systems? They might cost a lot too, but none of them cost $500. I don't know what it is with Microsoft. Maybe they thought that their system was just so wonderful, so great, that they had to make it so expensive. I mean, the technology that they put in the system is just surpassing whatever it is in the market right now, and their system is much better, so you have to pay more for it. I'm not seeing that, and I definitely can say that Sony and Nintendo aren't really seeing that either, but I can definitely say that that was the number one reason, well, not really number one of the big reasons why Xbox lost this E3 this year. But before I get into those other reasons, I want to say that they did announce a new Halo game for the Xbox One, and that is a perfect thing. That is probably the best and biggest news I could possibly say for the system. That is the best thing to have been announced. Obviously, there's a lot of fans of Halo, and Halo is exclusive to Xbox, so if you want to play the new Halo, you gotta buy an Xbox One. It's expensive. But if you want to play a new Halo, you gotta buy it, right? I mean, Halo is just amazing, and everybody loves it. But for that $500 price point, especially when you got the Wii U and a PS4, which have their own things going on in E3 right now, well, I don't even know if I would buy an Xbox One for the next maybe 3 years. I'm not even lying. Also, they announced a new Xbox 360 model, which is pretty much them, like, you know, what PlayStation did with the PS3. They said the PS3 to PS3 Slim and the PS3 Super Slim. Now Xbox is doing it once again. They're coming out with a new model Xbox 360, and that isn't really interesting because guess what, Xbox? Nobody gives a fuck. And did you guys know that GameStop started taking Red Ring Xbox 360s? I think they're trying to get all the 360s because they know that Xbox One is just going to tank and be a pile of shit. So they want to get all those, so they have them in stock. So when Xbox 360 is a lot more valuable than Xbox One, they have a lot of them to sell to you. Because of course you buy it. It's not $500. Not only that, they also started the pre-orders for the Xbox One starting about maybe yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever you're watching this video. And that's good, except I'm not really sure who's pre-ordering that. And they also announced that the whole thing about you needing to be online all the time, it's true. The whole thing about the used games and how difficult it is to be able to, I don't know, share games with friends or to be able to trade in games and all that other stuff. Well, that stuff is true. It's going to be really hard to do that. And the entire thing with your Kinect always having to be connected at all times, that shit's true too. Now guess what? That's not good at all. I don't like that. Those are a lot of restrictions that were put on the Xbox One that made people say, no, I'm not going to buy this because it's just not letting us be free. What if I don't have Wi-Fi? What if I decide to not use the internet anymore? What if I'm that one person in the world that decides I don't need internet? I don't want it. So I just get rid of it and I want to play my Xbox One and I can't because I don't got internet. I don't got Wi-Fi. Come on, really? I mean, what if I have a weak connection? Then what? Then I'm just screwed. What if the connection just goes in and out and in and out all the time? Then I'm just screwed. I can't play my games. I can't play my Xbox One. It's just useless. So for those reasons, the Xbox One essentially lost this year's E3 in a lot of gamers' minds. And it shows not even in the minds of like people who would buy a system, but press everywhere is just slandering it. There's so many fucking memes about the Xbox One saying how terrible it is. I mean, it's pretty sad to say that, but this year I definitely have to say that Microsoft was not on their game. They were trying to incorporate everybody into this whole living room setting and bring all of everybody and everything into the Xbox One and making your living room like this sort of portal to some other universe where entertainment rules all. But the big thing is that they were worrying about entertainment and they didn't focus on the gamer aspect. I care about the gamer aspect because guess what? I'm a gamer. Most of the people who are going to buy that system are gamers, not people who watch TV. That's why we have cable boxes. That's why we watch TV, not play fucking video games. And to make it even harder for people to play those video games, you're a video game company. You're Xbox. You're supposed to make video game systems. You're supposed to have all of that readily available to the public. But now I can't have it because I don't have internet. You're not giving the gamer fans of yours that access. You're not giving them free access to do as they please. So, are you going to be surprised when they move on to a new system, whether it be Wii U or PS4? I wouldn't be surprised. Why would I want to be restricted? PS4 doesn't restrict me. Wii U doesn't restrict me. So why would I ever choose Xbox One over them? That's my personal reasons why I think Xbox One lost this year's E3, and also mixed in with other people's opinions that are extremely spread across probably the world what everybody thinks. So obviously the other two people are arguing back and forth saying, okay, Nintendo won, no, Sony won, no, Nintendo is Sony. I have no clue who won this year, but I have to say that kudos goes to fucking Sony for being such jokesters about this entire situation. So to start off, Sony unveiled the PS4. You know how we didn't know what the system looked like? Now we do. It looks pretty much like an eraser, and it's cool. I mean, I can't complain about it. Obviously, it's not bad. It's really interesting how it's just like slanted. It's like, I don't even know. What is that shape called? It's some sort of shape that I just didn't remember back when I was in middle school, and I still don't remember it. But it's like slanted on both sides. Probably put a picture up or something. In addition to them showing off the system for the first time ever, they had a lot to say, and it all revolved around Xbox and pretty much them dissing the shit out of Xbox, saying that you can now share your games with your friends just by doing this. Here's a game. Here's my friend. Give my friend a game. You don't have to be all complicated about it. And that you don't have to be online all the time. Hey, you want to go offline for a couple minutes? Hell, go offline for years. It doesn't matter. You never have to be online. You never have to update games. You never even have to touch a Wi-Fi connection, an Ethernet connection, or what have you in order to play your PS4. And they also said that you can trade in your used games, you can buy used games. It's not going to be difficult. Just go down to GameStop or whatever and get a game and trade that shit in. You can do it. I mean, it's your right as a gamer. Now, as funny as all that is, it's obviously true, and I'm happy that they pretty much put that out there. It was a laugh for everybody. If you guys can find there's actually a commercial out there that is a legit commercial. It's funny as hell. I'll probably put a link down below, and they completely made fun of everything that Xbox stands for right now. So I had to say kudos to Sony for doing that. That is really great of you to put yourselves out there and pretty much make a big show for E3. But other than that, getting down to the gaming part, we also have Kingdom Hearts 3, which was finally given a trailer. It was said that it's now in development. I kind of am disappointed about that. I am happy because it's in development. I mean, it's finally announced what they're doing with it, but it's just, I kind of wanted a date. Even if they just put 2014, I'd be like, yay. Even if they would push it back within the next couple months, I would still be kind of happy for the moment if they just said 2014. And they also had a trailer for Final Fantasy 15, which looks freaking awesome, and it's kind of weird though how, I don't know if you guys seen the trailer or not, how it works. I'm not sure if it's as linear as the other games, which is kind of like making me think. It's just like, I kind of don't like the whole linear thing, but it's looking pretty badass, like visually. It just looks really cool. And also that game that they talked about, like in the first conference, Knack, they haven't really showed a lot of it, but it does look pretty interesting by what I've seen so far. And also they did talk more about Killzone, and I believe they also released another trailer, not a trailer, a commercial for the PS4. They didn't really say it's for PS4, they just said something is coming, and obviously we all know it's PS4, no shit. But they have released a commercial that's also online, and also within the commercial it pretty much portrays a lot of stuff. I believe it portrays Diablo 3, which was also shown at E3, Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, and, well, it also has Killzone in it. That's at least the references that I could find in that commercial. Also, another thing that people might have overlooked within E3 is, if you guys haven't paid attention, PlayStation did talk a little bit about a restriction on the online business. Just like with Xbox Live, they're going to make PlayStation Plus a necessary thing in order to be online. Now, a lot of people don't really care about that at this point because it's just like Xbox One completely shattered everything and nobody cares about it anymore. So what is the good side of PlayStation Plus in having to be connected to it in order to be on the internet? For all of you guys who don't know out there, PlayStation Plus is amazing. I'm telling you right now, it's like $50 per year, and you get free games like all the time. I've been on there within like the past month, and there's already been like 2 games on there, like Sleeping Dogs, and I believe the game on there right now is like Borderlands or something, and it's fucking awesome. I mean, really, you guys get free games. I mean, free for both the PS3 and PS Vita. So no matter what system you have, you get free games for it, and they're gonna add the PS4 onto that, and PlayStation Plus is universal for all your systems, so PS Vita, PS3, PS4, you get to use PlayStation Plus for all that and get free games. I mean, if that's not good, I don't know what is. They're pretty much telling you to pay $50 a year in order to get free games for an entire year. Of course, the games expire after the subscription runs out, but still, it's pretty fucking awesome. And it wasn't exactly a lot about PlayStation that happened, but with that entire disc thing for Xbox, that was the main thing that people said, wow, this fucking one fun shit. Like, it just won E3. However, Nintendo wasn't exactly a big part of E3 necessarily because they did their own thing. It was like a private thing. It was so sad that they didn't do it at E3. It would have been a lot more entertaining if they did it at E3. But they did a Nintendo Direct, and they showed off a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff. So for those of you who argue and say Nintendo won, it's very easy to see why. There haven't been a lot of good laughs about anything, a lot of really like exciting things, like, you know, hard on exciting, not hard on, but you know, like, yeah, exciting. I don't even know how to explain that. I guess you could say rated M type of exciting, not rated AO, I guess. But Nintendo brought the fire and the brimstone. They brought in Super Smash Bros. 4. They said it was going to be for 3DS and the Wii U. We've already seen it before. We've already seen that they have announced it at last year's E3. It's good that you announced it, but now we got all of the trailers and some new characters added into the game too. The new trailer shows off that a new character has come into the series from Animal Crossing. I have no idea what his name is. I have never played an Animal Crossing game, but he has a fucking net, a bug catching net, and I have no idea what his name is again. And judging by his gameplay, he seems like a setup character. He's not really somebody who's all about like fighting, but he's more like getting you to come near him and then setting you up with some sort of trap or something and then beating shit out of you. The second character is Mega Man. I mean, what? Like, holy shit, where did that come from? Mega Man was announced for the game, and people were kind of expecting it because Namco Bandai had like a influence on the game, and people were just like, you know what, Mega Man is possible for the game, and I was like, why Mega Man? You know, right now I'm saying like, holy crap, Mega Man is awesome. That's amazing. But before I just didn't understand. I didn't really understand why they thought Mega Man, but now I understand. It's really awesome to see him in it. They showed off a couple of his abilities, and he looks like a pretty balanced character overall. You know, he has a pretty wide range of moves. And finally, buckle up your seatbelts because this is some bull. I have no idea where this came from. But you might not know this character. Hardly anybody thought this would possibly be a character. But guess who else is announced for the new Super Smash Bros. Game? You know the game Wii Fit? Yeah, the bitch who teaches you yoga is now a character in the game. At first I thought it was a joke, completely. But, like, she's actually a character. There's a legit trailer showing off all her moves. And what? Where did that even come from? I'm just surprised because, I mean, her moves are pretty, I don't know, pretty standard for a yoga game. She's just doing yoga poses and it's actually doing damage. And there's like a couple moves where she like uses a hula hoop or whatever. And her final smash is pretty weird because it's just like a lot of poses coming out and shooting at you. And she's just a weird character. That's all I have to say about her. And also for Wii U, we got more of Bayonetta 2, so there was a new trailer for that. It looked really amazing. I'm not even sure exactly what it was. I think they showed off a lot of boss battles. It looked like a lot of boss battles, or maybe just one boss battle. It was a really amazing trailer, and Bayonetta's back with 2 new bitches. I have no idea who's the good bitch, who's the bad bitch, but they all look like bad bitches to me, if you guys understand that reference. There's also a trailer for the Wind Waker game that is remade for the Wii U. A new Mario Kart 8, which features some sort of, like, hoverboard thing, so you can, like, defy gravity. You know how they added in, like, the parachute, like, the parasol, and they added in, the ability to go underwater and to float on top of water. Now you had the ability to go upside down on walls and shit. It's really awesome, I would say. But yeah, I didn't think they would go in that direction. Holy crap! Thank you, Nintendo. It's Mario Kart 8. And the last big thing for the Wii U is the newest Mario games called New Super Mario 3D World instead of Land, because 3D Land was for the 3DS, 3D World is for the Wii U, and it's essentially the same thing as 3D Land. Not exactly the same thing, exactly, I can't say that, but it's the same kind of type of concept. It's a 3D environment, you walk around, you get to jump on Goombas and fucking all your other enemies, and there's like a lot of things to explore, lots of secrets, and a new power-up was announced where you get to get a little bell, and the little bell turns you into a cat, so Cat Mario. That's holy shit. The cat ability allows you to run up walls, and at the end of the stage, You get to run up the little flagpole. Even if you don't make it to the top, you can run up to the top, and it's really just a way to cheat. And it's so BS. And he also added in that you are allowed to play with 4 players, and it's really awesome to play with 4 players. You can play as Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad. I'm glad they added Peach into that bunch. It's really cool to see her ability to float with her parasol, and also they can be in cat suits too, so they can also be Cat Peach and Cat Luigi and Cat Toad. That sounds weird. Cat Toad? What the fuck? So for the 3DS, we have A Link Between Two Worlds, which is essentially a link to the past for the 3DS, if you guys know about the old SNES game, A Link to the Past. We also have Yoshi's New Island, which is Yoshi's Island, but it's new, and it looks really good, I have to say. It's fucking all in 3D, and it's pretty much the same concept as the old Yoshi games, but those are classic, I have to say, and I was really having the urge to play some of the old Yoshi games probably like a week ago, so this was a really good treat for me. And finally, for the 3DS, we have Pokemon X and Y. There are a couple new updates. I mean, we've already seen the game before. It has been announced in January, but there are a couple new updates. There's new Pokemon, of which I cannot remember their names. I'm probably going to put pictures up of them. There's been a new Pokemon type announced, and it's called Fairy. And that Fairy type is going to be for the new evolution of, well, Eevee, evolution of Eevee. I don't even want to say that. And it's going to be the type for Sylveon. It's going to be a Fairy type Pokemon. That was kind of weird. I mean, people expected it to be light or sound or something, but now it's going to be Fairy type. And it is super effective against Dragon types. I mean, that's good. There's always room to have more types be super effective against Dragon, because Dragon is quite a bitch most of the time. The Pokemon that are confirmed to have this are Sylveon, Jigglypuff, Gardevoir, and Marill. It's kind of weird how they digging into the past in order to change their types to Fairy, which is, I don't know if that would work, but that's a good job to come up with a new type, and it's really super effective against Dragon types, so I'm all for that. And I think it's weak against Ice type moves too. That's kind of weird to me. And after that, we have Horde battles, which is a new feature. They're always doing this to us. I mean, goodness, they always do this in the games. They always add in, like, oh, now you have to play against 2 people. They have double battles. Now they have triple battles. And now they have, so you're able to fight against 5 Pokemon at once. A horde of Pokemon. Literally. I think it's just in the wild. You can fight fucking 5, I think it's up to 5 Pokemon at the same fucking time. But you're only using 1 against those 5. Where did this come from? What if I'm under level? What if I'm just gonna get raped? Like, holy shit, that is just so much to put on me. But the bright side to it is it's gonna make EV training a lot easier. If you're looking for a specific type of Pokemon, they might come in a group. Like in a trailer, they showed a group of Houndours, or you might have a group of different Pokemon. They announced that you'll be able to play against a horde of maybe a Houndour or a Mightyena or maybe a Poochyena or whatever the fuck it is, and you might be able to fight against multiple different types of Pokemon at the same time. And finally, for Pokemon X and Y, we have Sky Battles. Now, what is that exactly? I'm not really sure how to explain it. It's pretty much you're able to fight Pokemon in the sky. And if they're able to use Levitate like Haunter is, or if they're able to fly like the new Pokemon, and I forget its name, it's a fire flying type. But anyways, they were fighting in the trailer, and there was a sky battle, and it's not really anything special, I guess. It's just a battle, except it's in the air. And what I would expect for things to happen is that maybe fucking flying type moves are more effective in the air, or what have you. So I would hope that that would be the case. So that about does it for all of my E3 coverage. Holy crap, it was about 20 minutes of me talking about this. What are your guys' thoughts about all of what happened at E3? Was the best part to you, and was the worst part? Put it all in the comment section down below and tell me your thoughts about E3 2013. So for now, this is me, NextLevelOtaku, saying stay gold, and I'll see you guys later.